FM from Monday to Friday, as you go get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you go get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you go get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And I'm Jaffa Mant Davis for this edition, and today inside this edition of the program, Famble, we talk more from an independent perspective for look inside the sacking of Coach Mohamed Kallon, and we continue for pay attention to some of the scoreline them we come out inside the round of 32 first fixture we played yesterday as Premier League clubs and Division 1 and Division 2 clubs them being gets to action now different parts of the country, and some of the results and you go know inside this edition of the program. Plus also we go same so give an update but waiting on the happen inside the UEFA Champions League, and Seth giving an update but the fixtures that we'll go for play today inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra inside the round of 32 of the Orange FA Cup 2026 tournament. The program now midday the Sports Update Extra, and it come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Me will bring canton on this one, my name na Jaffa Mant Davis, and the number we go use for be part of this edition na 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981 for add the voice to the different thing that we look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. And as we wait for able for call on some of the thing that we don't talk about. The number is 077 981 981, and the number you go use 077 981 981. Now the number you go use for send text message or call where we don't open the phone line now for be part of this edition and ask questions on the different things that we look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. And inside the program now, they take a short break. When we come back, we continue with the program Sports Update Extra.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Again, the program Sports Update Extra, they continue 077-981-981 at the number you go use, 077-981-981. You can add your voice and be part of this edition by way how you go use the number 077-981-981. And this is the program now. We don't be joined by Alhaji Jallo. We go help for talk on some of the results, so we don't come inside for the round of 32 results on the Orange FA Cup for 2026. Alhaji, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yeah, Jaffa, good morning and good morning to listeners them out there.
Yes, quickly we'll dive into some of the results which we at hand. Yesterday we see some very, very interesting fixtures that we've been playing. We would expect some massive twists, but then we see dominance of Premier League teams in the results that we didn't get. And all of the fixtures then produce handicap results for all Premier League teams. We get results like 5-0, 7-0, 8-1, 9-0, and very, very interesting one them. But quickly going into some of the results there. AI Kalonbe lost to FC Kalon yesterday by 3-0. Bo Rangers have been thrashed Bindi FC by 5-0 at the Southern Arena. Bantal FC being defeat Khalifa Stars. They've been knocked them out in the last season by 7-0. Baiboya Warriors thrashed Imperi Foundation Football Club by 9-0. And Star Sports Academy demolished Prospect FC by 8-1, whilst Diamond Stars, struggling Diamond Stars in the New York Premier League, safe be able to get a comfortable 3-1 victory against Ley Eagles Football Club. First off, I would describe the sequence of results and how Premier League teams dominate inside the first match of the round of 32 fixtures in the Orange FA Cup.
Yeah, Jaffa, and this night test match to then division teams there where they play against Premier League clubs them, because them back were able to pick up and the strength and know the mistakes them so far where they don't they get, so that they were able to see how best then go able to try for see who side they would know then lapses them, then they will try for see how best then go able to recover from then lapses the way they don't they go. So you watch at Bantal FC, then game versus qualify Stars, where qualify not able to return any goal. Usai then qualify 7 or that shows and the Premier League teams then they get the experience, than and non the division teams them. So that experience that they use against then Division 1 and Division 2 teams there, for let them see how best they will capitalize on them. But a test match to then teams there for play against Premier League club, Jaffa, because you can forget the experience for let you play in the competitions there, and we don't see how the Orange FA Cup round 32 don't kick off, and we see some teams them how they will try for see how best them go made up or then the mistakes them they go correct them, Jaffa.
So this send fine message to the other division and non-division clubs away for play today.
Yeah,
we'll look at the fixtures anytime from now.
Yeah, Jaffa, because you go no say, and if you go play a Premier League team, you get forget the experience then at one, and you get for watch at the past games the way you compete they don't play. For example, the first round of we play, you go know say this not the mistakes the way your opponents make the Premier League team beat them. So if you get that kind of experience, then I should say you go able see how best you go pack up you team well for meet up your opponent when a Premier League team, because now this is not a test match to them. Although in a competition, but this is not a test match to then non-division and Division 1, Division 2 league teams there where they play against them Premier League giant clubs there, Jaffa.
Okay. Now, for the fixtures that we expect today, Ports Authority they play against Sela Stars Football Club, approved school, and also we go see FC Imperi FC they play against Fiton City Football Club. Mighty Blackpool also go engage Yamba 2 Stars, and Marampa Stars go lock on with Luawa FC, and Old Edwardians go entertain Northern Star, whilst Bulom Stars go engage Wilberforce Strikers. This is a Premier League encounter, and Cambo Eagles go welcome Kabbalah City Football Club, whilst Abacha City go entertain Freetonian Slipher. Could we expect different twists in some of the numbers of goal line margin we'll get yesterday in this one and this today?
That not get for much again by this second rounds of round 32 where they go on right now, because Baku teams they don't watch out the mistakes them so far away, teams they don't play, because for relay you go get a 9-0 other column win against Imperi FC, we will by first striker give them. I should say that Baku teams them don't they see how best them go use them defense or the midfield so far go able to tackle some of the mistakes them where some of them teams they don't make na the open up of the round 32 of the Orange FA Cup. So I should say today on day when the games they will get for play Jaffa a very big one for the competition, because plenty get for watch out the mistakes then so far we happen. They're not going to let that repeat again to them. So I should say this it get for be a very tight one for all the teams them where they play today on the Orange FA Cup competition, Jaffa.
Okay, Alaji, continue for still to come back to you anytime from now, but then we don't get one of football season administrator and also possibly on the into football business for a very, very long time, and our Honorable Siraji Olins Kamara. Good morning and welcome to this edition of the program Sports Updates Extra.
Good morning to staff and people out there watching and people watching me and listening to me.
Yes, today we'll look at Kalon sacking saga. So you as a footballing administrator and possibly on the into football business for long, owing to which you know on the issues of the back of the scene, how you receive this one?
First, I must say, when I see this notice, the release of INSAC, it was signed by Mohamed Lamin, instead in the media and marketing, but he had never signed any of such. Now, IB being the sign, IBK. So it was around, I think at the 2nd or the 1st of April, maybe the 2nd, April the full, and but frankly speaking, not all things they read on social media. There are some groups and they add me, but out of respect, I know one for commot, I just did it, so most I know they read, and so I've been facing one of them and they were skip on
April Fool's Day, we are see on the 2nd. Until last Sunday, now I will confirm, say it is true, that he's been relieved, and of course, the circumstance will lead to that. We've seen coaches hired and fired over time. It's normal, like where the United will be really been vexed by where Manchester sacked Louis van Gaal because he don't win the FA Cup and they introduced a style of play. They all of a sudden that thing then can sack him. Mohamed is loved. People that can play for the country, and he's a modern day legend. Really looking for. But I think there were issues from which I don't know. There were issues about his license. Some people even there is insinuating now that he never had a license. We may not want for talk about now. But
did the release come to you as a shock, or you would expect that?
Well, I would say, for me, I think it came as a shock because I'm not going to see any meaningful acrimony or animosity between him and the leadership of the FA. I will tell you this, because people in the talk say because of the election, I would not think so. And leading up to the election, I've been one of the lead campaigners for Babadi, and I know say the present General Secretary didn't just appoint, who was Assistant General Secretary before. Now, we don't be General Secretary substantive, was never for Babadi, and Sori Ibrahim was never for Babadi, and Lucien Kaba was never for Babadi, but they are all there. In fact, some of them have been elevated. Benson is now the substantive General Secretary, when I active in there. Lucien Kaba been the protocol, but now they make him security and safety manager. So they elevate him. Sori Ibrahim, of course, during the time, we know say, been get some prerequisite qualification, but it comes on the experience, he maintain them. So to say maybe now because of the August election, I will not think so. Normally, we see the notice with again. Let's go by the waiting and come to read with, not to wait with the insinuate. Where I think say today this keeper generation, all man feel say where old phone is a bit type, he gets it all. Or his old mic, he thinks he can talk anything. And things are not happen, we are not happy about it all. They're talking about people's qualification, especially people like Port Parker, Kewule are not glad for that because not to the issue. Now Kalon they hire, now Kalon then sack. Okay, so if Kalon I am bringing backroom staff, let's expect them people also back for who they be. And I know I take people for begin they go some kind way for begin say the great things about them. But coming back to the issue of between Babadi and Kalon, and within the transition team, we offer ourselves for interview and for what we know with it. Saying don't talk with the executive committee, he will not speak to any other person. And that's how so in our report we could not say anything about the national team coach. So we will count on waiting. We can't interview Kista, waiting, but it is more of the office or the department than the individual that we reported. So for me, I think the things were rosy between the FA and the Kalon until where I see this. It was a shock to me definitely because I know this. Of course, a week or so before that, I saw something on social media where Kalon say the FA don't ask him for this, they try for upgrading himself. For me, that was the genesis of the problem. This is an internal matter. I've never seen anybody they write about such things. Let we know the real letter where they give Kalon where list the reason where they sack him. You not go on social media. You not go there. And so I would have loved to see things and we say, let we manage. This is a family. Kalon is a very, very big stakeholder in the game. He owns a club. And maybe he's one of the most qualified people who get, So like seeing that, I would think say, if we're able to create room for we all for accommodate. But if somebody thinks say, I need to get sympathy from the public by doing this, which I believe say Kalon did, and office say it been go down well, and I think that's where things went on because if for whatever reason. I see some group and say, oh, them not ask Kalon for document them. I say, well, people ask me for my opinion. I said I did a transition job for the FA. I don't work there.
I don't check how they are doing, what they do. So sometimes pass an issue come up like this. And why sometimes we decide for take the media as the vice chairman of the transition team. Now because people talk say, where should we do work? If we not been check all here, we not do due diligence, you know. And I make it been in our mandate, but we'll not be able to get Kalon for talk to we. We talk to Safa Abdullah, we tell we say there was an agreement that was not signed between the NSA and Kalon, you know. So when this thing come up now, to me, I have to go now and try to read and study things and for no say this is what existed before he was appointed and which led to all of this.
So you talk about how Una be into the transition, Una be at the transition committee. Mohamed Kalon been denied interview. Women say the issue of press conference denial and whether pre-match or post-conference not start from the time when they get in job. But from a psychological point of view, was it as a result of deliberacy, say it just no one for do or based on waiting a bit when they go sign and say na very shy person?
Mohamed, yes, I know say Mohamed is a shy person. I know that one. Within our national football heroes, I know he hardly talks and lifts his head up, even when I'm the chairman, you know. But he don't grow in that area over time. I will not attribute that to shyness, as in this case, you know, because if you're not shy for TNAP and at the kind of the dugout, you know, and coach for 90 minutes, and if you say for shy for go give 2 minutes or 3 minutes and presser, you know, and I just think say he gets in your way, and somebody will just say, I think I don't use Sam Mohamed to speak. I think he speak good English. He can communicate. So I know it's a matter of competence, you know, the dancing and the. So what's led to that? Like where I get the understanding now, say, even a FIFA lady can't talk to her and say, you have to do this. You know, that's what I understand. That a FIFA lady can't talk to her before in the presence of the first vice president, who was the head of delegation. He said, you have to do this. Still the man not do them. And to, I think say it's a slap on the face of the FA for say, do you have a coach that you cannot manage? You know, maybe people, Mohamed, I talk on a Truth Radio media just and say, Mohamed needs to speak to the Salon people. He's loved, he's liked, but let not allow this thing for go into the mud. You know, he has to speak. If they throw aspersions or allegations upon him, he needs to come out and tell us, are these stories true? And we always know say silence means consent. If you tell me say na this I say, then I for defend and not do am, that means say na so it be. So he has to come out. Because if it has been since you know they do pressers, and this time around the FIFA way fund that trip there, tells you you have to go, then go call him forcefully for come, only for letting say forcefully say he not do am. I think say it's big, it's an issue, you know. Yeah.
So all of the issues about press conference, not going with, I think, assistant coach or things like that, they're allowing the mental coach for going at the press briefing and not go avoiding pre or post match press briefing, using social media for enlightening and things like that. You don't turn a football business. Was there is in a day then do for terminate appointment for any coach?
Yeah, well, let me also correct one thing first. I spoke with Paul Parker. Paul Parker says he's not a mental coach like psychology coach. No, he say psychology part of the mold.
Yes. But the general secretary say he said that Mohamed Kalon say
that's what
because
I'm
of
saying.
the importance we will change the whole no more for the go and.
I'm just giving you the for justify why that is an issue. You cannot give somebody a nomenclature where you know. So if you want that man, if you qualify like you qualify, put him say he qualify. Now they put him, but you therefore go hide behind mental coach as if the man not qualify. You know. Then also the goalkeeping coach. He failed for the Kango, and I've never seen any competition game where people when they go, you know, they go with that coach there because na specific, not so like any. If you're an attacker, you can even coach a defender because you're not waiting for play. But goalkeeping coach, you must have been a goalkeeper. So as you say, those issues raised, unless somebody else talk, but there should be enough for make the warrant a discussion. But let me say, if he was spoken to present his license, For me, let's take this. Me, I don't know I managed land for drive. Now 2 days I land for drive. But now we see Boku drive in school. Let me use Critex or Christex. Okay, and not for the domain. So you take that drive in school day, then they give you learner's permit for let you learn. When you done, then you certificate say you don't done. But the driver's license will be given the Salon Road Safety Authority, SLRSA. So in the event they ask you for your license, they go to the driving school they go. Now the way they issue the license, now in they ask. And if my license expire yesterday, till they see me at the drive, the police they arrest me because say you not get valid driver's license, you don't expire. I know I want we establish that one. And for that's in the happen between the FA and Calon. Then Calon now go to media, they talk say, are they renew me license, meaning that all the time we don't do this work, you not get valid license. Let me go back to the driver's license. Now go back to SLRS, I begin to talk say, hey bro, una renew me license quick now, I can't drop them, Then begin see me say all them tears were at the drive. That means say they break the law, without being caught. And what will have happened is that somebody na FIFA or CAF will say, hey, had we qualified for AFCON or World Cup, somebody would use that against us and say, hey, so now get just like our coach, the upgrading center so player, they say we are feeling an ineligible player. Now same thing go up and say una use an ineligible coach where will be detrimental to the team. So now I think say the FA not been and say necessary for bring the matter to public, but Mohamed did. And in the event we forget an issue, the FA said then will be sanctioned or fined, So I think say Mohamed started going bad, and I don't know what will lead to that because I don't see any even in video not get any form of animosity like friendly, but you should not have done that, Then kind of thing. I think that all these things come, and if you don't propel now, you don't bring all other issues to this, then we'll ask back, am I comfortable working with this, And the FA now then they determine whether they want as coach. Despite our government they pay through the ministry or NSA through the ministry. So and if the FA say we don't want this coach, then wait till them call her. But in all cases, go just dismiss process, especially when we meet them. He go say, no, I don't want you because of poor result. I don't want you because of this. So they had to stay those reasons which they have done. Yeah.
So again, I put the questions. The thing and they fit for let them terminate coaching contracts.
They meet, yes. If you say they are not enough, but they are substantial enough for make then dismiss them. Maybe they may have had other discussions. And at the because me, when I know of an issue, I'll tell you, I will talk to different people and for no. I've told you I cannot speak to Mohamed, but I spoke to other coaches and backroom staff, and I get their own version. And I also spoke with even the FA president and other people. And I think the issue has been Mohamed and Babadi, not even the coach and the SLFA president, but Mohamed and Babadi. So more or less, is it that they're not a clique? So, but again, when we look at, they don't say the president's sack, they say the executive, they may have met in consultation with technical committee, and come up with that decision. So when people begin to throw light and stone on Babadi, Babadi don't sack this, no. It's a decision by the executive. And I want to let you say, Babadi is the only new man at that executive. They've all been there before. Some serve even under Aisha, most of them serve, all of them now serve under Thomas. Now they all did to Babadi. So they know it better. They know it well. For me, they know say if a decision of this nature to be taken, they have to have their input, and that's exactly what's happened.
Yes. Now, we come about after the sacking. A lot of talk about this not for be don't happen. you don't make and say because of the one day there is a reason for it and terminate the contract and things like that. But from an administrative point of view, I talk about how some of the things that were happening. You say how they fit for it, then terminating contract. From an administrative point of view, and I talked to one human resource person, we talk about how the SLFA don't take another approach for compel Mohamed Kallon for do things as to how they want. You think the FA manage the situation well than for pull a quick appointment termination notice?
Frankly speaking, maybe as you say, as an administrator, I will not tell you how for doing, but maybe I would have done it differently. But as I tell you back, say it's a joint team. Everybody gets your own position we hold, and they come up to that point and say, this is how it should be. Again, I will tell you, if then they provoke, if social media now they comment on this thing, fiti fata, is because somebody brought it to that, even before he was sacked. So as you say, post-sacking, this now key part generation, you see now we get to know Boku journalists that we not even go to classroom. Somebody old phone, he begin type, he just fits in a journalist, they report, the old mic is, he get fine voice for talk, he say in a journalist. That's what we've seen now. People not able digest issues and come up with a balanced statement or position. And as it is, people just say, oh, okay, this is your man, Davis is my man. He blind to whatever flaws they do, so enjoy the support. Mohamed enjoyed that kind life in a salon. He's loved, he's liked. I could remember even when in 2012, only for get the election for the SLFA president, Rodney and Aisha, we don't get leakage now sitting in the camp, then disqualify some people, And so we brought in Mohamed as a cover, saying the event then disqualify them and they will come in. And at the end of the day, Mohamed Khan stole the show. It became like the person, And so I know say people have that kind of gift, And in modern time, is the only living person where still active on football, we don't make name for salon, And so it's like that way. So for me, if I get that strength there, I go look for use them in a very, very constructive way. I know we just go through things on social media for win sympathy. And I would say it's anytime, everywhere, that's where Mohamed went bad. And when you say it was part of the friction and the election, even before the election, he joined some other clubs for petition against.
Like I say, the FA manage them for pull this notice as quick as they did, or if it don't take some time.
They manage this well, because if you look at the time when Mohamed go on social media and the time when they put the list, like 2 to 3 weeks, so they may have discussed it, to like slap me and slap you immediately, so it's not that instantaneous, definitely. Yeah.
We'll pause for a short while, take a break now. When we come back, we can open the phone line now for make listeners and viewers able to call and make their contribution on the program. The program Sports Update Extra, they continue 077 981 981. The number you go use 077 981 981. Now the number you go use for send text message and call. We will open the phone line for add the voice to the program as we next discussion and for talk about waiting next. Also, we for look forget. National Leon Stars team coach. The program will continue, and now we'll take this break.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. From Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as Yusuf will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
The program Sports Update Extra, they continue 077981981 at the number you go use 077981981. Call now and make your contribution and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program. We'll take a first call inside the program. Hello, caller, good morning.
Good morning, Jaffa.
Yeah.
Concerned citizen frequency. Good morning, Honorable CIG Golins Kamara. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Mr. Rollins Kamara, you know, filthy slapper, then self make mistake. Also, slapper, I mean, they all along, within slapper, SNE, and the sports ministry, una employ Mohamed Kalon for do the work. Una no advertise you nothing. Una no mean don't check for make it bring up a license or produce a license. Make una go through that. There is never themselves they get themselves problem. Waiting me feel say them for do mutual consent. Talk to Mohamed Kalon. You know. Okay, he can decline. Then they say will they come back apply. For the job. Then he apply back then Kitika because actually Mohamed Kalon he has done pretty well for the team. The level where we see Usa Medukarim take on me left and Usa Idomgan can out there say some amount of difference. Even with ranking speak volume. Alone a difference of one, but that alone speak volume. Slapper self manage this situation very, very well. I don't know what I would like to comment, Honorable. Thank you.
Okay. With this, we continue for take more and more message them. This one from 077981981 line, they say the sacking of Mohamed Kalon is so timely, and I hope the confidence Mohamed Kalon has injected into the team will continue to prevail, especially the home-based team from Komba of Giants FC at Main Street. We'll take another call again inside the program. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, your name and inside the call you from?
Alfred, I call from Lumley.
Yes, Alfred.
Yeah, one of the reasons make a call today now because of the Honorable Diana. Because over the years, I don't listen to Mama is very rational. No matter what I do or what you support. So I don't listen to him. When it comes to Mohamed Kalon issue, you want to really advise you on Honorable Siraji that on a handle should be very professionally, please, with some kind of human face, because you said don't testify. Mohamed don't pay a lot to this country. He must get your shortcomings. When I then mistake, then say go to me. When no one has used any hammer, for hammer, we at the end of the year they get a lot for produce for this country. We don't so far we don't handle that national team. The output, the performance for we as citizens, they don't improve. Even on the playground, they only ban the ball. We enjoy the team now. So looking at all of them team and they, with all the last week, when I sit down back and when I see how I go for reverse that decision, me, where they talk to the Mina pastor. And I point because I know you're very religious person. They call him. He said no now. So because of that, I want please when I look at this decision, I must not keep this man off. Please, at the big. When I see we want to go bring this man come back and let's see what to him wait for them before please, sir. Please. Yeah. Thank you.
The program Sports Update Extra continues 077981981 at the number you go use 077981981. You can call for make your contribution and add your voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition. Siraji, you don't listen to some of the contributions that will come from the call, but actually respond to them. What do you think say for be the next option in finding a coach?
Yes, I will not go to finding a coach. Then two caller there, so they make very salient points. Them where I want for comments on. The job was never advertised in the first place, and Slafa not managed the issue well by the first caller. Then, of course, the second point resonates with waiting the second caller say, Lord, we handle the Kalon issue responsibly. So I would just join them and respond and say, indeed, this is a very bad precedent who don't set time and time and again. It don't happen that people are just given jobs without being advertised. When you advertise job, then it becomes a competition. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, I compete with some people and more. Nobody will feel it for say I'm just the best. I made them pick me. You know, it has always been, which is wrong. So I think, say, moving forward, that has to be corrected in the future. And as they all say, this issue, even like where it go up, it go now social media, then things maybe there is a way for Andulam. I think that I need to talk, and Lord will not take Ama for kill Ange. Let me first establish, say, I don't work for the FA. I don't hold any position there. And why I can radio? Because in some places when it talks, say, the transition team will not be do good work by not touching on Kaloni issue na the report. And I said it that we asked Kalon for law, we interview him. He did not give us the opportunity. He said, don't talk to the exco, so you not go talk to me. So we'll not be able to understand, we'll not be able to know and the terms of in contract, you know, then the time like now, so for don't put much strongly with their opinion. But moving forward, before we offend the coach, now the issues and then they add. From that Congress, we get people where go cast, you know, and go file in a case. We get people still waving free say, we them be there for Aminata or Thomas, and so therefore they not get space na Babadi. I know say in the lead up to that, some of us will be on Babadi's side, people and tell we what them, and vice versa. But now the time, after all of this, let stakeholders away independent or neutral. Well, nobody no neutral. You know, nobody say no independent because it must be one side, so that don't put you off. But I think say law come, law we get. I've always said that. I remember one time me and Safabula been there in Sido and I brought up the same time. I say law gets fumble talk, law get fumble meet. Law we can't talk then issue. Law man blow in mind, and law we and put a committee for work on the entire. You see the unity of the game. It come number one, and they say unity not strength. So for now, we want for see strength now game, we can for be united. But if we still continue for divide, not today first start pan football. But now that Babadi don't come, he don't get a different approach. I think it should not. This is something you cannot say from Thomas Daddy Brahma. You know, even though people are saying wait and call, but there was relative peace in the game. You know, just as we are having this, but we have to go beyond that. You know, let we call Yusuf. Let look at you, Davis, and you are Sebo. Man Davis, I know like what you do so, you know, I know like I work so. But for the good of the station, let's move on. Now that's one for synergy. Let people and can't talk, issue them, and let people forget why the idea say it has to be about person, people instead of system. You know, when we get the system and procedures right, people really kind of fitting into that, you know. But most of them would they try for work for appease or please people instead of having structures in place. So I will always raise up my voice for that say, and I will send this message to President Babadi say, whatever the circumstance, this is something you have to do. And in the only new person, now that executive, most have served with Aisha, some served with, all of them served Babadi and Thomas Daddy. Now they all live with E. So let us say, and the issues were always there. So now we end this year. So you know, me no sabi keep a malice or avoid people. The only thing they stop me for talk. When I talk, the next moment if the intention that you are talking, but you not going to be because I don't put some bear me and no carry excess baggage, you know. Around us for unnecessary reasons or irrelevant things. So that's one major thing we're going to make for let Salon football move on. Let we call people and the cake big, the space wide. Let we call people and for can occupy that thing. Let we talk to ourselves. And that's the people who know for can work now, then just reason for themselves. The people can go see them and pass judgment on them.
So, like I've been just asked, time number too seriously, and not go before take colleague to the big pattern to listeners and viewers them. But when it comes to the next step about choosing a coach, also for start for get them right.
Yes, we coach and don't improve over time. I must say, I think say even Kaikama puts up something where people bash them, but if you read them with another mind and different lenses, you go understand a little bit than for them. I don't like for put somebody in your opinion. So he came up with something. But I will also tell you that even like Paul Parker, then Kewele, the other people, we get a good number of them, even yourself, where I think say they aspire to that. But you know what's our problem over time? I will tell you it's natural, and I will tell you why. When even Kisa, when he was coach, we been FC Hansen, it is very natural that Kisa Sabi, the FC Hansen player them, pass any other player them. So if you tell and say for call player to the national team, it is natural that na FC Hansen player they within Mary Sabi now they call first. And similar so with Kalon. Maybe this we are in the aspect of a foreign coach go come, you know, and we they in a hurry. Now like how Manchester United from if I go to level, we usually try for get quick fix for say one for win laurels. This is it. Now that under 20 did very well with a local coach, right? I would have loved to see that team they developed, you know, where now so they feed to the senior team. So, but when you have a foreign coach where no know any player, you know, Nasia Sela started Binde, even though he was assisted by Kista, but since he been get your independent man for watch game self and no say this is what I want. That could be the picture, especially when enter you call any coach now. The coach themselves, they associate and they fair themselves. I'll tell you this. So they said to this and they fair themselves. Because the national team coaching, now the only lucrative job as coaching in the country. Some coach themselves, some client, they owe them. You understand? So everybody wants to be there. And so for long we research ourselves, we can get a team of 6-7 local coaches, get a foreign coach, can work with them people there. It's not just about the national team, but even for the development of coaches. Then again, like a 2-3 year span, the foreign coach can go, you know, and then that thing that will not say we don't get a pool, you know, for take from make them not say coach in a team, just like football. So then you say these are the head coach, but all of that person gets a part for play.
But there's a question about whether the FA or the government will get the money for pay foreign coach, because if you look at the way our coaching business day now, and the kind of issue the money also very important. Just round up on that.
Well, if you not get the money, you can say he coach according to your size, right? So if money no there, may not call for in coach. But of course.
But if you value the results for camp.
Well, that's then give money to it, because football na business. We can get money. We can get corporate houses for putting to that. We can get the money for that. Yeah.
Okay, plenty. Thank you for joining today inside this edition. Fumble the name na Seraji Rollins Kama in season football administrator. And today be there today for talk more on this SLFA sack terminating Mohamed Kalon appointment and waiting next in regard in how to pick the next manager for the Leon Stars national team. Well, this time in the focus of the discussion, and also we don't look at the round of 32 fixtures that were for play today. As yesterday we see some very, very interesting scoreline. Them we hope that today will get a different twist. But then plenty thank you to you listening so much. Thank you to the one who watch me. Musa Kamara, the producer for this edition of the program. Me will bring counsel on this one. My own name is Jaffa Mans Davis, and I'll be done work closely with Lucinda Williams. So we're gonna get to live on a different radio sets them. May Kamara Bango, I'm gonna see we live on Facebook and YouTube. And until the next edition, have a nice day.